Live, and we're on.
Welcome to It's a Nice Place to Brew with Jason and George, a show about all things beer and beer making. Gentlemen, please broadcast responsibly.
Okay, hey, I didn't notice until after you took your headphones off, but Mister, I have a new haircut over there.
I know somebody who will be very, very happy that you noticed. So let me take my headphones off again. I'll give you the whole panorama. This is
Okay.
my official quarantine haircut.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, look at that. All right.
Courtesy of my lovely not girlfriend, fiance now. There are the secrets out.
There you go.
Yes, I'm
There's
engaged to be
secrets.
married.
So I was wondering.
Yes.
What you were gonna say.
Yes, yes, exactly. Well, now it's known on the show.
Okay.
The haircut is courtesy of my lovely fiance and my on-hand beard trimmers. So there were no
Okay.
scissors in the house to be had. So I just handed the clippers and just said, get rid of what you can, and this is the result. So when I'm showered and gelled, it does look like a mid-90s bowl cut. So Curtis,
You do
like
you
circa
do
like
what
the
you can
Soundgarden
with.
days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you make do with what you have. And frankly, I thought I looked absolutely horrible before. So yeah, it's not it's not a perfect haircut, but it's a step up from what I was before. So there you
Yeah,
go.
All right.
Well, look at it like this, and
So,
I think you would quickly agree. There's never a better time for a bad haircut than right now.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And I'll tell you what, if we weren't doing this, I'd be experimenting with some different beard stuff too, because you got plenty of time to grow it out if something,
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through that already too. I had a 7-week beard that just got trimmed up a couple weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
all right, and enough hair talk. Okay, welcome to a
Okay.
nice place to brew. I'm Jason.
And I'm George.
This is our Monday, May 11th webcast. We do our webcast every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We have a YouTube channel with all of our past webcasts. This is a show, of course, about all things beer and beer making. We are craft brewers from Illinois and Virginia. We have social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Nice Place to Brew and A Nice Place to Brew. Check out our website at www.aniceplacetobrew.com. And we have a podcast with more than 40 episodes dedicated to craft beer and home brewing. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, or whatever your podcasting platform. We should be on it at A Nice Place to Brew. All right.
All right.
Got all that out of the way. My next question will be, what are you drinking, sir? But first, I'd like a quick moment to send out the social media links.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
how was your day?
Yeah. Okay.
What you been doing?
My day was, I have one of those days, that you sometimes have at work. I'm, thankful that I'm still able to do so and everything. But there are some days when you just want to throw something at the wall, and
that was
then
that was today.
It would be my own wall, and I'd probably damage something. So really, what's the point? Yeah. No, that was definitely today for me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, you made it through. You have a beer in hand.
I do.
And it's going to be good times.
Yeah. And, it's one that I thought I had drank all of these, and I found two in, I guess, what could be considered my liquor cabinet. And I was very happy that I did.
All right.
So it is from Ocelot Brewing. It is Hellas Awaits. It's a Hellas Keller lager.
Okay.
And they actually, I don't know if you can tell they have like a death motif on the can. I'm not sure if you're seeing that or not.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
so but yeah, no, it's a really clean, nice Helles. It's got Magnum and YET hops, Pilsen, Vienna, and Carapils for the malts, and it uses its House Lager one, so it must be a strain they have in house.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a local Virginia beer. I still stand by my Virginia craft beer is the best in the country, and it's pretty solid.
Cool. Cool. Well,
What about yourself, sir?
so I know at least one state that I think would be quick to step up to the challenge of which state has the strongest craft beer presence. And let's go to a state that we have not talked about in past episodes, and I'm talking about the great state of Texas.
Oh,
I
okay. Yeah,
got
we
a
haven't, have we?
we have not, yes, for
Yeah,
in no good reason, just hadn't come up. Well,
just hadn't come up. Yeah.
I got a package of snow globes today, and with some very
Ooh.
exciting varieties. And the one I have in front of me is one of those. George, your most recent homebrew day, of course, was a porter, and
Mm-hmm.
I just happened to have a porter. Hold up the bottle, and I'll give the details about it. This is from
Okay.
512 Brewing Company, which is out of Austin. That's the local area code. And this is a robust porter that's flavored with organic Texas pecans,
Thought that's a pecan
which
porter.
sounds amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, I wonder how much that nutty flavor will come through. That's it's interesting.
Well, I know somebody who can tell you. Look at that. Yep, certainly poured like a porter.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice,
That's
nice
good.
head on it. That's really solid. That's really
Yeah.
solid. The pecans smooth it out very nicely.
Okay.
That's I think the effect that it has on it. Yes, it adds a little bit of nutty flavor and it just smooths everything.
Nice.
I like it a lot. I did not
Good.
get a chance to look it up on Untappd, so I'm not sure what the ABV is. I would suspect it's about 7.
Are you tasting alcohol?
Not overwhelmingly, but I'm thinking it's there.
You're thinking it's there? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can. Whoops, sorry about that. All right.
Oh wow, I was right on 6.8%.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
just checking myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have discovered a new talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speaking of porters, I think mine is done brewing fermenting at this point.
Okay.
And all the yeast is dropped out, and it is. I think it's going to be one of the clearest beers I have ever made,
Mm-hmm.
and I attribute that a little bit to the flocculation level, or for those unfamiliar, how much the yeast clumps up.
512 pecan porter. Hold up one more time before George gets back. Hey, welcome back.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, sorry about that. I don't know
So
where you lost me.
okay. So flocculation contributed to
Okay.
the clarity of your beer. And
Right.
you're going to a second point, and I suspect that it's going to be the recirculation system you put together.
It absolutely is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it
for
just
good
set
reason.
that grain bed so well
Yeah.
that when it came out, it just left all those solids behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched that video back several times, and it really is a very nice piece that you put together.
No, thank you.
I mean, it's not overly complicated. It all makes sense. And it fit into a little tight space. You got a whole, circulation just within, not a real big area. Just a couple
No, it's a
your key components. You obviously you had your brew kettle with the Herm set up, and then your mash tun next to it, and then of course
Mhm.
the dispersing system. No, I think you did a really good job with it.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, no, it's consolidated into a little 4 foot area because that's how wide the shelf is,
Yeah,
and it and I rearranged a few things on my shelf, and it all fit in nicely.
nice,
So
nice.
yeah. But you had a bit of an adventure this weekend that I wanted to touch on and talk about.
Sure, sure. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I will say this that I have a full list of ingredients at home. I have equipment pieces that I have not put together. And the plan up until right before the beginning of the weekend was that this was going to be the weekend for me to both put the new system together and brew for my now postponed brew day from Big Brew Day. So plans changed on account of not something coming up. Plans changed on account of laziness. That is it.
I understand that.
I
I
just did
understand
not
that.
I did not have it in me to do a full brew day this weekend to build a new system effectively. So I had to throw my hands up and say I can't do this right now. But I want to do something. So my shortcut that I did this weekend is I made a foray into craft soda, which I have never done before, but always have been tempted to do. And I have some special equipment for this, aka a mini keg, which was gifted to me by my good friend George here. And
Thank you,
this will
sir.
be the first usage of the mini keg. So craft soda is surprisingly simple to make. Sometimes some ingredient batches can be a little bit more complicated than others, but I found a very simple root beer recipe online. I got the two main root ingredients from my local homebrew shop, and everything else came from a grocery store. So the
Okay.
whole thing, start to finish, from putting ingredients together to cooling, was maybe an hour, and that was literally it.
Okay.
Because it does follow some of the trajectory of a regular homebrewing day. You have a quote unquote mash, which is basically a brew in a bag edition. You don't have a 60-minute boil that you have in home brewing. You're The way it works with this root beer recipe is you bring water to a boil with your quote unquote brew in a bag stuff inside the liquid already. As soon as you see the boil take over, you add your sugar and syrup and stir it just enough so that it dissolves, and then you dial back the heat. The next thing you do
Okay.
after that is you allow the liquid to simmer but not boil for a period of 30 minutes. And that's
Okay.
it. And that's it. There's nothing more to add. Once you're simmering, all the ingredients are added. You just have to watch over the liquid and make sure nothing happens. And then after 30 minutes, just turn the flame off. And if you have a chilling system, you can use it, or you can do Pauly's patented no chill method, which is what I did. And
Okay.
it was a 40-degree day, so I just let the elements take care of it. Transferred to the mini keg, and it's on about 30 pounds of pressure right now. So
So some of the recipes I have seen have gone the way of kind of like a extract brewing where you make a smaller batch and then you dilute with water. Did yours do that, or was it, you know, intended that when you were done you had 2 gallons of liquid left to go into that keg?
2.5 gallons.
Two
Yeah.
and a half gallons.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. I did see there's a couple of extract packages that can accommodate this type of project.
Mm-hmm.
This, yeah, no extract in this one, other than
Okay.
some store-bought molasses.
Well, yeah, I'm not necessarily thinking of the extract piece, but just did you make a concentrated liquid and then dilute it with water?
Mm-mm.
No, you just made
No,
it
started
straight.
off with water, mash, add sugar. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So your
Yeah.
mash was actually at or near boil. It wasn't
Yes.
at like.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder if that's to like boil the flavor out of those roots or anything, or how that works.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So,
I would have
with
to
your
do.
system, how long would it take? How long will it take to carbonate?
I don't know. That's the picture that I am having trouble kind of picturing around. Every home root beer recipe that I found online all calls for bottle conditioning. So you're adding yeast to create that CO2 pressure. Well, being that we have
Okay.
kegging systems, I don't have to do that. So
Right.
I'm just going to have to go out and check this every half a day to full day. I mean, maybe it's ready right now. I put it on gas at about 11 a.m. my time this morning. It seems
Hmm.
a little
Seems
counterintuitive
quick.
that it would. Yes, it does. But I don't know if it's how many of those same rules apply from homebrewing. So
True enough.
this is my
Yeah.
case, this is my case study right here.
Yeah. I'd
So
be interested to see how this turns out, because
me too.
that and and seltzer has been two things that have been on my list. Not hard seltzer, I can't abide that,
Hmm.
but regular seltzer is something that has been on my list of things to experiment with.
You got a mini keg, man. Go for it.
I know I do. Yeah, now you're kind of inspiring me a little bit on that. So, and I'm pretty sure that's something that Hannah wouldn't mind me making inside, because what's gonna smell like root beer, you know?
Right when you mentioned seltzer, that gave me an idea that I had not thought of before. I'm not a seltzer water guy myself, but one thing that I do like is uh, the store bought carbonated waters that have some artificial flavoring in them. I buy them every week and I
Right.
pay a lot of money for them. If this root beer works, I wonder. I mean, because I know the process for making one of those is got to be spot on what it is to make seltzer water. I truly
Well,
believe.
I
I
mean,
think the only difference is the artificial flavoring.
well, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, one of the ones she likes is lime, so why couldn't I add lime juice and water and carbonation and be done? Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand why that wouldn't work.
I don't know either. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that would work. I guess the one concern would be how much flavor are you gonna how much flavor is gonna come over from one lime or two limes or whatever
So
it is.
let me so let me tell you, that's been the most frustrating part about wanting to do this,
Hmm.
is with the advent of hard seltzers. When I
Yeah.
look up homebrew seltzer,
Okay.
all the recipes I can find are for hard seltzers. And I just want, like, how can I make flavored seltzer water at home?
So
Not hard seltzer.
so how are they creating the carbonation? Are they using yeast?
I mean, I've definitely seen some that have used yeast, and I assume that's just because they don't want to assume you have a kegging system.
Right,
Most
which
of them.
most people don't.
Right. Yeah, which is a fair assumption. I mean, it's
Yes, of
not the
course.
price of entry on a kegging system is non-trivial. It's worth it, but it's non-trivial, and I understand that.
Not
Yeah.
to mention it's not like opening up a box either. There's a lot involved with it. You end up piecing
Yeah.
things together.
Yeah, I mean, you need some way to chill the keg,
Right.
and you need your lines, and you need your CO2, and there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look who's coming in. Or I don't know if you can see that.
No, I can't. Hey, hey.
Yeah.
What's up, Polly?
Hello.
I'm tempted to say happy Monday, but that doesn't seem like a good thing to say.
Eh,
Every day's a Monday.
Every day's a Monday. I know that.
Every day's a Monday, Friday, Saturday, whatever.
right. Yeah.
Well, you can't leave the house, I tell you.
I hear that. What are you drinking, Polly?
Oh, Brickstone.
All right.
My Brickstone APA,
Cool.
my go-to.
Okay.
Local liquor store, $9.99 a 6-pack. You can't go wrong.
All right. Very
And
cool.
because everybody in the neighborhood is always like less than a month old. Like this one, this one was born, April 8th. So like a month and 3 days? It ain't bad.
All right.
I consider that fresh enough.
No, I agree. I think we'd mentioned on a previous show that the ideal freshness timeline around IPAs is 75 days. Or at least it's 75
Yeah, I think
days
that's
is
what
when it starts to diminish.
I think that's what Dave isn't Dave the one that said that?
Yeah.
The brewer that was
Yeah. I think that you're right. I think that
Yeah.
was the episode we talked about that on.
Yeah, but like, man, 75 days is so quick. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's funny. You can always tell when something's been on, even if you don't check the days. Like, oh, this has been around for a while.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you
That's
sometimes
muscle through it.
absolutely true. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were just talking. Jason made a root beer over the weekend, and so we were just talking about that.
Okay, yeah. Did you find the wintergreen that you were looking for?
No, I didn't find it, so I just went without it.
Jason. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
So
telling
what-
Jo- I was
What
telling
were your
George.
root ingredients?
So I had sarsaparilla root and then licorice
Okay.
root. Now, like
Okay.
95% of the root recipe was the sarsaparilla root.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, the licorice root. I think I used like 1.5 teaspoons. That was it for a 2.5 gallon
okay.
recipe. Yeah. And then after that, it's just a crap ton of sugar and molasses. Which it's just what root beer is. It's a lot of
What kind
of added
kind of
sweetener.
yeast did you use for carbonation?
No yeast went into a 2.5 gallon keg. So it's forced carbonating right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done some ones forced carbonate, and I wasn't too impressed with the forced carbonation on it. But one time we used champagne yeast, and holy cow, literally the bubbles were jumping out of the glass. That's how carbonated it was.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've done it both ways. I think I like doing it that. I think if I would have waited a little bit longer, I would have had bottle bombs on my hand.
Probably.
The way the carbonation was coming out of that thing.
Bottle conditioning, man.
Sounds like-
Goodness, I
I mean, right when I went to kegs, I fully said goodbye to bottle conditioning. I just nothing about that appeals to me ever to do again.
Yeah, I think I might
No.
like if I want to
No.
screw around with doing some wax dip stuff and things like that, just for fun. I might consider doing a bottle condition type thing, or if I'm doing a really small batch, like a 1 gallon, I might just do that. But for the most part, like we talked about before, kegging just makes things so easy and clean, and you can dial in how much carbonation you want, and sometimes not worth looking back on.
Yep. Agreed. You know what's interesting is part of the box of bottles that I have here from Texas include a barrel age project from 2015, and it's a brewery that does nothing but bottle and can conditioning. No bright tank, no kegs. Which I find that it's almost hard to believe on a brewery level to be doing all that bottle and can conditioning. Wow.
There's what is the name of that brewery in Kansas City? They do all the tank series. They're all bottle conditioned too, with screw caps, I think even.
Tank series? What does that mean?
No, they have one of their line series, but I can't think. I'm of the name of the brewery. They got like the Tank 7 and Tank 8. It's like their big bomber thing.
Okay.
Here, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
I can look that up. Boulevard Brewery.
Before we get
first got going.
Say that again, Paulie.
It's Boulevard Brewing Company out of Kansas City.
Boulevard. Oh, okay. Before we get further into this, I do need to send out a special thank you to these bottles that came to me today. So let me say, Chris from the San Antonio, Texas area, cheers, sir. Much, much appreciated.
Chris, if you need my address in Virginia, let me know.
I got one in Joliet. I mean, I won't say
Joliet.
no either.
Oh boy, what have I done?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, what kind of wormhole we open it up here? This can be fun.
Yeah, I know. Well, I did tell him the story that we've made a nice little habit among us here of sending snow globes back and forth. So we've all had a little taste of Buffalo. You guys have had a taste of what I've had in the works, and George, we reviewed your bottles a week ago too. So,
yep. And Polly, did you get yours sent out?
I'm sending them tomorrow. I couldn't today. I was busy around doing, so I'm just going to overnight them tomorrow. So make sure you and Scott get them because I want to make sure they're there. I'm going to try and do this for all the other more ones that I can get on. I might as well start doing that too. It'd be fun to sit around with the brewer and talking to him about it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that. Oh, go ahead, Polly. Yeah.
Oh, I'd just say it'd be fun. You know, I even told Brian what I'm saying. You know, we're all getting the Kolsch to try. I figured that'd be a good summer, easy nighttime drinker. Even though I don't know about you, but where I'm at, it's cold. I'd be willing to drink a stout right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. What's it out in Virginia today, George?
Today it is in the mid 60s. Over the weekend, it did get into the mid 70s. And by next weekend, it's supposed to be high 70s. So
high 70s. Okay.
We're not doing so bad here. Yeah.
Okay. We're creeping up.
Yeah. So
we're in it was 40s yesterday. It got nasty cold yesterday, but back in the 50s, and we'll be 70 by Thursday, Friday. So but it's a May day here in the Midwest, and that that means things are unpredictable. So it's all good.
Yeah, exactly.
Get through it.
I'm used to it by now. You know, we got our May snow. We got our May snow, so we're ready for the spring. We're ready for spring now.
Yeah.
So George,
the couple months of...
What's up? What's up, Polly?
I brought that cream ale to drink with you guys while talking to you guys.
All right. See, there was no way that Polly could have a broken bottle of mine because I hand delivered it to his house. Made sure I wasn't going to do that again.
And actually, you had perfect timing, Jason. I got picked up for the birthday parade like 5 minutes after you left, too. For the birthday
parade?
Yeah, some friends of mine, their daughter turned 21 yesterday.
Okay.
So we all did. I don't know if you've seen those things going around on social media with someone's like a kid's birthday.
No.
They'll all decorate a car and they'll have like a mini parade going in front of their house saying happy birthday and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yep. Social distance birthday party. Yep.
Interesting. You know, I don't know how I've missed this.
I've been seeing it like they've been happening all over Joliet.
I believe that. I believe that.
Every weekend you're always here, you just hear a bunch of cars honking and they're all driving by real slow. And, like sometimes the police will even get involved and they'll escort the parade. You know, one in front and one behind.
Oh,
and come with lights flaring and everything. You know.
Oh wow!
It's just kind of cool that everyone's, you know, with the way things are nowadays, we could be fighting, but we're all like in this together. So we're helping each other out in the whole situation, you know.
Yeah. Well, it does. Yeah.
Damn.
Which one is that? What's the red can? Is that the Brickstone? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I drink the APA. That's my go-to. Yeah. It's a good, solid drinker.
So, hey, Polly, are you on a laptop right now, or is that a desktop?
Desktop.
Desktop. Okay. Do you know in the window how to do a screen share?
Oh, a screen share.
So,
Yeah, right down here.
you do? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Could you possibly share for the webcast here the mobile bar?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't
George, you
know.
got to see
See,
this.
I don't know if this is on my phone. I wouldn't know how to pull it up off
Well,
because I'm not
it's
connected
on
to my
Facebook, isn't it?
phone. Yeah, but how would I log on to Facebook? All right, let me figure it out.
Okay, all
All
right.
right, give me a second.
Sure, sure. We'll talk
I'll
about
figure
something
it
else.
out. Give me a second. Let's log
Paulie
into Facebook.
Paulie may have a patent pending in his name because he's come up with the mobile bar to set up during quarantine times in safe areas. It's pretty awesome.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you got so. Oh, you guys can at least hear me. I can still talk about it while I'm looking it up.
Yeah, of course.
So a friend,
yeah.
we had a friend moving over the weekend, guy from the club, and he was getting rid of his bar, and my buddy Mike had another. Hold on, wow, I even forgot my fucking phone number. My friend was getting a new one, and we're gonna put it outside, kind of make it like a beer garden. I'm like, hey, let's just set it up in the front yard. So that's what we did, and it was kind of funny. People are driving by, and people are driving by, and stopping and saying, "Hey, what's going on?" Blah 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 blah. And it fucking cracked me up, you know.
During quarantine times, it became the place to go. The mobile bar.
We actually had a couple friends stop by too from the.
I know.
962. Yeah, this is it's freaking funny. What? 432 962. That's it.
So, while he's looking that up, I may have found my next homebrew project.
Oh yeah? Do tell.
Yeah. Well, I've been looking to get a glycol chiller, but honestly, to get a glycol chiller is not a cheap endeavor. I mean, I'm looking at probably $1,000 all in right now.
I don't even know this. Is there homebrew versions of a quote unquote glycol system?
So yeah, the guys over at Craft Brew did one specifically it's called their stasis system, and it is a glycol chiller that you can connect to a coil and do that. But even that is like $700. That's what I'm saying. Like to buy just straight up buy one, I'm looking at probably $1,000 all in.
Okay.
So I did find a DIY glycol chiller that a dude made out of an old AC system and a cooler and some tubing coming, and a little like aquarium pump kind of thing to pump the glycol around. And then he uses the condenser from
Okay.
I see it's going to be one of those nights as far as our connection goes.
Oh my God! Yes.
I'm sorry, George.
So,
well, it's just funny because it was the
man.
first time I've actually looked at Facebook on a computer in like, I don't know, 7 years, ever since I bought my smartphone.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, right.
So anyway, this guy, you take apart the air conditioner and you basically bypass the thermostat, and then you use the condenser inside of a cooler.
Yeah, it looks a lot different. Holy cow!
Go ahead, George.
Oh, okay. You use the condenser inside of a cooler, and then that chills the glycol to be able to pump it through your system, and that is that's basically how that works. So he all in did his for, I think he said it was like 250.
Nice.
So it's not nearly as scientific as the as like one of the other systems, but it might be. It's just MacGyver enough for me that it's interesting.
Wow. Okay, so let me see if I heard that correctly. So take an air conditioner, bypass the temperature control,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a coil in place that would end up flowing the glycol through your system to create the cooling.
Yeah, so you take the condenser out of the back of the you have to kind of take the air conditioner apart and then move the condenser into the glycol, because the
Okay.
condenser is actually
Okay.
what does the heat exchange,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then that'll chill the glycol, and then you send the glycol through a coil through your beer. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah, I mean it's six kinds of like
Listen, I tip
yeah.
my hat. I tip my hat to you and anyone else who would take on a challenge like that. My brain is way too small for something like that. I don't have that in me. I don't.
Well, and part of it is I need to make sure that however much I do this for, that I'm not going to limit the amount of beer I can make in my because even the craft brew coils, that's got to take up some space, right? So maybe instead of being able to do 5 gallon batches, you can only do 4.5 gallon batches, or
This is ringing a bell. Are you referring to that system that you would put inside the catalyst that goes down the middle of it?
well, I mean,
At least that coil setup that would go down the middle of it.
yeah, yes,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
I remember that. I remember that. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
you're right. There would definitely be some form of volume loss with that.
right, and I'm not sure how much, and
Yeah,
that's the
that's a good
question.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah.
yeah. Maybe I'll pose that. I've been talking with some of the people over at Craft to Brew. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll pose that to them and see
Oh,
what they have to say.
yeah, I would absolutely think that they'd be able to answer that.
Oh, I would hope. Yeah. So, hey, speaking of vendors, I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw on Facebook or what have you, but I got my Yakima swag. It's a Hop Aroma Standards kit,
Okay.
and these little guys that I'm excited to try.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the injectors.
That's the hop concentrate, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I
yeah.
got, because I had a little bit left in the voucher they gave me, and so I got a straight out of Yakima shirt. So and the O on Auda is a hop. So
Oh,
there's
that's awesome. Yakima hops, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
yeah, absolutely. So I ordered that, and I'm excited to try it, and I'm definitely gonna report back here and let you guys know how that works.
All right. All right. Very cool.
Yeah. So, do you have any luck, Polly?
I'm getting there. It's just for some reason Facebook's being really slow right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm on
Okay.
my page. Oh, there it is. All right, I'm almost there. I can almost see the picture.
Oh, okay.
There it is. Got
All
it.
right.
Got
Oh,
it.
you got it. You got it. All
Okay.
right. So
All
hit
right.
share your screen.
All right, hold on. All right, share screen.
Okay, and then I just need to add it to the
Uh,
stream.
All right, I got them. Okay. Oh wait, what the heck is going on? Keep in mind, this is the very first time I'm ever doing this, so I got no
That's
idea.
all right. You're all right. You're all right. Take your time.
I'm learning. I'm learning. All right, I gotta get my IT guy here. He'll know what to do.
Okay.
Hold on. If I do this.
Oh man. So
What else we got? What happened in craft beer this week?
well, oh, you know what? It is
Uh,
craft beer week. The
oh, yes,
11th
it
through the
is. That's
17th.
right.
Yeah,
That
I
is.
almost
I forgot
forgot.
all about that.
And I put that in the name of this thing that it's craft
Okay.
beer week, and we got to
We
celebrate
should have
that.
led
So
with that here on the show. What is wrong with us? Oh boy.
yeah, I
Okay.
don't know,
Well,
but
now what we have another show this week, so that's
we
how
do
we have to do it.
absolutely
Yeah.
with a craft brewer, right, Polly?
Yes.
Huh? Yeah, we do. We got Brian from Shimco's coming in.
Yep.
Then I don't know. I don't. You haven't been around for a while, Jason. Or George? Jason, did you hear what they were doing with the passports this year?
The passports this year? The Illinois
Well, okay.
craft beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
the craft beer passports. Yeah.
No,
No, I didn't.
I am familiar with that, but no, I didn't hear what they're doing this year.
Well, they're doing it like you can probably go to Skeleton Key right by your house. You're getting now because before you get that passport and you would go get stamps from all the local breweries and
Right.
get so
Right.
many stamps. It's something it's just fun to go do.
Yeah.
And well, they're doing now where they're giving you a passport frame, and you get like you can go to your local brewery and you can give them a frame. They'll give you a frame, and then whenever you get local beer, you just put the beer in the frame and you tag them. I can't figure it out. How about if I
All
text
right.
this to one of you two? Is there a way you guys could figure it out?
Yes.
That'd probably be
Do
the
it to-
easiest, fastest way.
Yeah. Send it to me,
Do
Paul.
it to
Alright,
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah. So okay, so you text the beer to somewhere, and then they add it to your portfolio. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think what they're doing is they're doing like a weekly random drawing type of deal, and whoever gets drawn, you get. Well, I forgot what the perk was this year,
Okay. Yeah,
which is
that's
actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very creative. Yeah. So
It's a whole ever evolving thing. So we got to do what we got to do right now.
absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, craft beer week, and then the other thing I put in there is unfortunately we got to pour one out for everybody's favorite crotchety dad. Jerry Stiller passed away over the weekend.
Yeah.
So
All right, it just got sent to you, Jason. Check your phone. Cheers. Hold on, let me go get a glass.
I'm sharing right now. Can you see it?
yeah. Look at that.
Yep. You bring the bar to you. There you go. That's what that is.
Yeah, a corny keg with a jockey box underneath, or what are you doing there?
Well, we were just pretty much drinking bottles, and it was actually kind of funny because we ended up getting a delivery from Metal Monkey, and the bartender comes pulling up, and we're just sitting at the bar just waiting for him to bring us beer. I mean, that was pretty freaking hysterical. But I would probably say we could get a corny keg or something, but we were just drinking packaged beer at the time because my buddy, he brews, but he's a bottler. He doesn't keg. So, nice, Jason. I like it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. This is one of the most different beers I've ever made.
Yeah, and this is like a style that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's actually very drinkable. I like it.
Thank you. It tastes
a
like
little
old
cloudy,
style.
but- yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
But old style, or I think not Fat Tire, but that other Wisconsin beer. Glarus.
New Glarus? Yeah.
Five cow. That's supposed to be a
Yeah,
cream ale.
I think that's a fair comparison. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I was telling you yesterday that's a beer that's partially made from corn. So so a portion of the base malt for that beer is corn, which I've made for the first time. So
I know
yeah,
when I end up doing my clone of hams, I believe corn is part of the base grain too.
that would make sense. Yeah.
I have to do, with as much hams as I've been drinking lately, I got to do a clone of it just for shits and giggles. Why not?
Sure. Why not? It's probably very easy to find. Ham's clone recipe.
Believe it or not, I haven't been able to find it. You know what I think
Really?
my next thing is? I mean, I've just kind of Googled it, and I haven't found any like reputable sources that I see the recipe for.
Yeah.
But I think Brew Your Own has one. I'll just have to go through some back issues.
Okay.
Get something from, an actual, like somewhat from the brewery, not on Beer Tools or data recipe database where people are just throwing stuff at it,
Right, exactly.
But that reminds me, I got to renew my AHA membership at the end of the month. Thanks, guys.
Oh, you got
do
it.
that.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad to help.
Yeah, good to be. Thanks for looking out, Jason.
You got it.
How big is this cooler that you're getting tomorrow?
It's it's small. Like I looked at the measurements again and I compared it to some of the things in my garage. Yeah, it's small. But honestly, I need this only for a one vessel fermentation chamber, and this will get it done. So I'm in.
Cool. It was like when you texted me this afternoon. I was like, I was just dropping my truck off when you were saying that.
Really? Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, I was literally just because I just got it last week and it sat for 6 months,
Sure.
And so
yeah.
I driving it and shaking it down and seeing what's wrong with it, and all of a sudden I see fuel dripping out from underneath it, and I'm like,
yeah,
fuck.
not good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta get that stuff fixed. Yeah, it's all. I overestimated how big the thing was, and then I looked at it again. I'm like, oh man, I can totally handle this. So all good.
So that's cool. Where in Crest Hill does she live?
I don't know. You know what? I don't even have it here. I'm not sure. Yeah. I mean, I know Crest Hill because driving to Joliet, I drive right through it, so that's the way I know it. So
when you're coming to the meetings, you come down 53, right?
Yeah, which takes you right through Crest Hill.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually working on that. They were working on that bridge this week. They've been working on all the bridges going over Joliet now this next past month, and they're trying to turn them all into automated, which I think is a huge mistake. Those bridges are like 150 years old. Like the reason why when they break, the reason why it takes so long is because they have to forge the part that's broken.
Oh, that's interesting. Those bridges that they have, the one, because I know that one that goes over the main river from 53, right when you curve around to the left. That thing's 150 years old.
And that was a hand-me-down drawbridge. All those drawbridges are hand-me-downs.
Downtown Chicago has that exact same type of bridge. Exactly the same.
Uncle Rick says he thinks they came from Chicago, but I think they came from another city, to be honest with you.
Okay, all right. Well, they're all the same.
Like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's still cool to see these things up and running for over 100 years,
Oh, yeah. I mean, as much as it gridlocks traffic whenever they go up. I mean, just seeing the road you're driving on just go straight up like this is like, whoa. That just happened.
Yeah,
I definitely remember it gridlocking traffic, though.
Oh, yeah, it's in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah, or is it closed? Yeah, us Joliet people, we play the game. The bridge is going up. We try and catch another bridge. Okay, which way is the boat coming from? Can we run over and catch the bridge before they come up? Sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes you're like, damn it, no, I'm playing again.
Well, geez, how many of those does Joliet have?
I think you got
4, right?
5. I think you got Ruby, which is the one you guys come off of 53. You got Jackson, which is the next one south. You have Jefferson and Cass. and then they have one down at McDonald's. So yeah, there's 5 of them.
5. Holy crap. All right. Well, I totally get why that would be a game then.
Yeah, exactly. And if you know your way around, you can boycott some traffic. Like one way you can totally Jefferson because there's a bridge going over Jefferson. It's all stop signs, so you don't have to worry about a light. And if there is even a light, you look down and the bridge is up. I'll just go anyway. It's a one-way street coming from that way. Blow right through it.
Oh, man.
Oh, you say that out loud. In case I have my law enforcement friend listening.
No. Of course not.
They would agree with me. They do the same thing.
What's up, George?
I was thinking about it, and I've got this porter that I still have to put into a keg. I still got to find a home for the remains of my wee heavy, but my brain is now, especially with all this stuff we're doing, going towards what is the next thing I'm going to do? What is my next brew day? And and it kind of harkens back to some of the questions I had about, do I want to start to try to establish some kind of key or staple, beers here.
Right.
So, I'm wondering if I should go and try to redo one that I've done in the past, especially since we're going into more of the summertime feel.
Right.
2 summers ago, I did the lemon lime shandy, which was a big hit while we were building our deck. And so I'm just wondering if maybe I should do that or continue to experiment and venture out into other styles. So have you thought about doing something like that, either of you? Just kind of having some staple stuff around?
Well, I used to have staples. What I've been thinking about is because, with going on some of these social media pages I'm going on, like it's actually got me going back to my old logbooks. Because like before smartphones were what they are today, before you had the software of what we had today, like all my recipes are written down in a binder. I probably got the first 100 batches that we did in a binder written down on paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
George and I do too.
I was going through some of these and I'm thinking like, man, this was actually good. I'd like to revisit this. Like the one beer that caught my eye the most is an IPL that I wanted to do.
Okay.
An IPL lager. And I did it twice. One time I did in the winter with the traditional lager yeast and lagered it. And the second time I used it, it seems like pretty much the Wyeast version of the Safefield lager, the 2112 California lager yeast from Wyeast.
Okay, right.
It has the same characteristics of lagering, from 40s to, I think the highest it goes to is like 68, maybe 70. So maybe for a month I have to have my house at 66 degrees. Oh, darn. I'll have to wear a blanket in my house. It was 100 outside. I can deal with that. Because I like the cold more than I like the summer anyway. So you have to excuse me. I need to get a beer. I'll be right back.
Sure. So, George, your recent Belgian blonde recipe that you made that we shared on the show, you have talked about that beer as being one of your go back tos.
Oh, absolutely. That I'm pretty sure that is going to become one of my staples.
So, would you go back to that quickly, or not?
No,
not
not
quite
that
so
quick.
Okay.
No, not that quickly because I still have it. I still have some in the keg.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I've established that that's going to be one. My wee heavy, I think, is going to be one.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like I said, I want probably 2 more. So I'm thinking a shandy might be good because it's nice and light compared to the other 2. It was like 4.5%, 5%, very citrusy, and what some people would call near beer.
Right. I do agree with the concept of doing that. In my comparison that I've talked about before is my double IPA that I make every Sunday. No, I'm not every Sunday. What the hell is wrong with me? Every summer. I always make that beer. I have really made it pretty much the same way for about 3 years running, and this year is when I'm going to do it differently because I've learned some harsh lessons from doing that one, and this year I want to try to make those right. And I think that's the way to do that, and just kind of always have the aim for continuous improvement is to repeat batches but not do the same things. Learn from your brew days,
Right.
learn the things that you did wrong, and do them better the next time.
Right.
And,
Like one of the
seek
things that
outside advice to find out exactly what those things are that could be better.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of the things I did with this one that I want to do differently is I used 2 limes and 2 lemons in a 5-gallon batch. And I want to dial that back a little bit because I used the juice and the rind from both of those and third in my fermenter. So I want to dial that back a little bit so there's a little less citrus flavor,
Okay.
but that it's still present. And so I mean, like you said, just kind of make tweaks and see what can I do to make this better. But honestly, I think, for as much as we learn doing different styles and doing different beers and being creative and experimenting, I think that we do ourselves a little bit of a disservice in thinking about how can we achieve consistency and how can we make what we know that we can do well better and things like that. Like, what is that missing piece between us and somebody that's like, what is the missing piece between good and great? You know?
Right. I agree with that. Maybe this is a topic for a future show, not in the immediate future, but longer term. Maybe we all independently should identify one recipe from our past that we want to come back to and remake.
Okay.
And identify all those things that we did right, things that we did wrong, and how we're going to do this differently and better this time to ensure that we're making it better than the last time. I think that would be a really good episode.
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of fun too.
Actually. Yeah. And I think, all of us, even like I said, that was 2 years ago. How much have I learned? How much have I grown my brew setup in 2 years? I'm sure everybody's the same way.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am actually, yeah. And then like we were talking, I think last episode or last Monday, Jason, totally. When we're allowed to start hanging out again, we'll set up a brew at my house one day. We'll brew off the back of Polly's truck. We will.
I love that. Yes, I'm absolutely in. Absolutely.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Although I got to fix the straps on my tailgate because they both broke and now it sits like this. So.
Okay.
Not a big deal. Really, it isn't.
So speaking about getting together, I was telling Hannah, I hope that by the fall I can start traveling. We can get together. We can do these things again because these guys are planning a beer fest at the Joliet prison. And her first question was like, is it still running? And I'm like, no. It's
I like where this is going. George just dropped off because of the internet connection, but I know exactly where he's going. He's excited about the idea of the Joliet Prison craft beer event for good reason. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, I am.
Drink it to clink.
But her response was, all right, well, it's shut down. So obviously it's haunted as shit and you guys are ridiculous for doing it. So she was like, nope, I'm not going. You can't make me.
And actually, if things go the way we're planning, I mean, it's actually, we're going to act, Joliet's going to have his own craft beer week because, I know Jason knows about this. George, I think you were already gone when we started doing this. One of the neighborhoods in Joliet, they do what they call the beer walk. It's called the Kappa Beer Walk, Cathedral Area Preservation Society.
Yep.
And, the Kappa Beer Walk is scheduled for the Saturday before Drinking the Clink. And so we're talking about just having that Saturday be the kickoff of Joliet Craft Beer Week. And all the local breweries and everything, we're going to do tap takeovers for people coming in and traveling and whatnot. Like the last number we had before all this went down, we were over 100. We're almost at 130 breweries already committed.
Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, our goal was 200 the first year. And when you look at that yard, that yard's over 16 acres. The prison yard is over 16 acres big. So,
Jeez.
it would be a lot. Yeah.
Is there a website dedicated to that event, Paulie?
There is a page. You just got to go to Joliet Historical Society's page.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Actually, that event's part of the Joliet Historical Society. So
Okay.
when Joliet took over, when we took over the prison, it's still owned by the state, but the city is doing all the renovations and everything. Like all the renovations have been gotten done, has been donated time and materials from all the local trades and people. So, and it's going to be really cool. I've been fortunate enough to do a few tours, like private tours in there, and be able to walk up and down the cell blocks and stuff like that. That's actually really cool. I actually walked up the guard tower one day, and I was looking down on the yard from those big columns that you see in there.
Yeah.
I was able to get in there and walk up the spiral staircase up to it. And look down on the yard.
Oh, wow.
But I guess that's the advantage of knowing people.
Yeah, exactly. When did they stop operating?
I think
It feels like it wasn't that long ago.
2002, almost 20 years ago.
Is that what it was? 2002?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Crap.
I think it was because I moved into Joliet in 2001, and it was shortly thereafter when they shut it down.
Wow.
Because they did all that renovation to Stateville at the time, and they waited for Stateville renovation to be done before they shut down Collins Street.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That building was built in the 1880s. All the limestone was mined across the street, so that's all Joliet limestone. That whole building is made out of Joliet limestone.
Yeah, I do remember that part. Yeah.
Do they have any future plans for it?
They're using it as a tourist attraction. They got tours going on right now. Well,
yeah,
they had tours going on. They had 2 different ones. You could do just a general tour of the prison, and they had one where they've employed all the old guards that are retired from there.
So
and you could do a guard tour.
So here's the big question, and I will wait until George gets back online before I bring this key part in. And I think it's important to put this out now that we're talking about tourist attractions in the prison and all that good stuff. All right. Is there a Joliet prison ghost tour?
I think they do it once a year.
Okay. All right. I want to be the guy to do this.
It's already happened. Sorry, Jason.
Damn it. There's no way I can stake my claim on this. No.
No, it's already been and done.
Damn
they've had the ghost hunters and everybody in there too.
Oh, you know what? I think I did know about that. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. All right. Okay.
And so,
there's a money opportunity I just missed.
Yeah. You're probably like 10 years too late there, buddy.
All right. Okay. Hey, you miss 100% of the swings you don't take.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of try. No, when I actually heard they sold, I think that they old because across the street from there is a women's prison, which is like 50th the size of that. And from what I understand, I think next year they're supposed to be doing a haunted prison tour inside the women's prison.
Is that also shut down?
Yeah, they've both been shut down since 2002.
Okay, all right. When the ghost of Joliet Jake started to haunt the place?
Sure, but Dan Aykroyd, not Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi didn't die in there, though.
That doesn't matter.
Although it is a little disturbing. I did find out because like a few times I've been in there and I've been looking for it, like the mess hall, that the ending scene, for Blues Brothers in when they
Right.
were playing in the mess hall. That building's gone.
Right?
Yeah, that was a little upsetting. I mean, heck, yeah, we could even do a whole freaking. We go down this wormhole if I could figure out. Jason, actually, if you go into my page, I got all kinds of pictures posted from inside of the prison, the personal tours I took. They've had
Keep talking.
like the one
Oh,
wall,
look.
like they've had stuff where they've had a big problem with vandals and the urban not mystery hunters, but urban explorers going and checking it out.
Urban explorers.
place-
Yeah.
Yeah, place has been set on fire like 3 or 4 times. And actually all the buildings that burned down, they ended up turning them into there's a whole art movement coming out of there where they're taking artifacts from the prison and they're making art out of it and they're displaying it at the historical society. And there's actually
You
some
ever
pretty
want to
cool.
see? You ever want to see one of the creepiest urban explorer things? Is check out the you can still find stories and footage and things online. Is the people that broke into and explored Discovery Island in Disney? Oh my god, that is the creepiest shit.
Discovery Island in Disney. What is it? Old abandoned part of Disney or something? Or
It's now closed down, defunct part, and they what? Ha!
This is pulled directly from Polly's page. I'm
hey, don't put
concerned.
my propaganda up.
I'm concerned. Alarming reports suggest Americans can't go much longer without jobs and haircuts before becoming hippies. This is a public service announcement. All right. Where's okay?
man.
But we're here to look for the prison stuff. So okay.
I would say go to my photos. Just go to my photos and get my
Oh,
past
okay. All
photos.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's been a while since I posted them. It's been
All right.
well over a year
All right.
since I
I'll
posted.
I'll stop. Oh wow. Okay. All right.
All right. Oh man.
Or if you
looking
really want,
Listen, I'm looking out for you guys. All right.
don't worry. I'm already hippie, so you guys are that ship sailed for me to over 20 years ago. So,
Oh,
yeah, that ship
man.
sailed over 20 years ago for me. So, hell, if it wasn't me being a hippie, I wouldn't be into craft beer. I had my very first craft beer on a Grateful Dead lot, and I think it was Sam Adams, actually.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Back in 1994.
How many people's craft beer stories start with Sam Adams?
Mine does.
Mine does. It's funny because it depended on what side of the coast you're on. You're this side of the river. You're on the east side of the river with Sam Adams, or at least us in Chicago, we had Goose Island. But then you go west, it was like Sierra Nevada, Rogue,
Sierra Nevada.
Anchor,
Mm-hmm.
Oregon Beer Company.
Yeah.
All those things are huge. We can't even get Oregon Beer Company anymore. At least in Illinois, can you get it in Georgia and Virginia?
I don't think I've seen it. I haven't been on the lookout for it, but I don't think I've seen it.
It was funny because Rogue changed their packaging for Dead Guy now too. It's a different logo and everything. I had to have one. It's just like I haven't had one of these in over 10 years. Glad I quit drinking it, to be honest with you.
What is that?
that
Polly's
was
sporting a Hulk Hogan mustache. Look at that.
Yeah, he is.
Styling.
That was a boss picnic. I remember that party
Really?
because every year
Oh,
boss has a
okay.
picnic in the fall.
So this is early in
that was-
Polly's homebrewing career.
I wasn't even a home brewer yet.
He
Yet.
wasn't. He wasn't even rolling his own cigarettes back then.
Oh, I've been rolling cigarettes for over 20 years. Calm down.
All right, I'm not seeing I'm not seeing the prison stuff here, Polly.
All right, you know what? What
We'll
I'll
have to
do-
we'll have to kick this into a future show.
Yeah,
We'll find it.
Up and I'll send them out to you guys. So,
All right, okay,
or maybe we can figure out my computer and we can do it from there.
okay.
I mean, you go down the rabbit hole going to my page, and we can talk about this for hours.
No, I get that. There's a lot there, and I have lots of questions, but it'll be for a later time.
Yeah,
I
so
thought I thought
should ask on air.
I said the Hulk Hogan. I just said the Hulk Hogan mustache needs to have an appearance right now. This can't wait.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Well, then you,
absolutely the right decision to make.
well, then
Yeah.
just remember you, Jason. You remember when I used to have my pork chops?
I don't remember. Not offhand. No.
All right, hold on. You'll get it coming, and you can
Okay.
post this one.
All right.
That's more. The pork chops are way more epic than me wearing me and the Hulk Hogan mustache.
Okay. All right.
Way more epic.
Oh,
right.
man.
You know, I'm gonna go to Facebook and do that. Yeah, because I know exactly where to go. I know exactly where I can go to pull that from because I just posted that. Hey, Jason, did I invite you to the Chicago Street or the Pub Memories page yet?
Pub memories? Not that I know of.
My
The virtual pub I am. I don't know about
Oh
that.
no,
Yeah.
this was mainly like I'll send you an invite. This is mainly for all of us old regulars that go there all the time.
Okay.
Everybody just posted pictures of stuff that's gone on in the past. Pictures.
Oh, that's
from,
awesome. Okay.
Like
I like that.
You can see the picture of me in my diaper. You can see a picture of me as dressed as Fozzie Bear. Got my birthday cake candle. Pictures with random people posting videos. It's actually kind of cool.
All right.
And the New Orleans.
I have I'm still thinking about this, so I have a challenge for the three of you, and I'll put it out there to Scott too. By the next episode, or maybe by Monday, since we're going to have a guest next episode, let's come up with 3 or 4 recipes from our past that we want to do again.
3 to 4.
And potentially turn into staple beers for us. Okay. What do you say?
Any style, just whatever we remember doing before, and actually, I got 2.
Don't care from style. Yeah, things that you want to do again or again and again, and until and refine the recipe and make it the best example of that you can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Actually, I could do a wheat ale. I've got a wheat ale that I've been wanting to revisit for a long time. I haven't done it forever. But it was really cool. I started using fruit with it, using blackberries on it. So it was actually pretty fun. But I used to do that for a while. Actually, the one recipe I would have loved to revisit, I can't because the yeast that I used at that time is now discontinued. It was the Rogue Pac-Man yeast from Y Yeast that was around I don't know, 8 years ago. They discontinued it. You can't find it anymore.
There's nothing similar, like a substitute yeast?
I found one that's close, but it's not. It's not that all the esters and characteristics that came from that, and it's never made the same beer. It's that.
Okay.
Because at first I was a big yeast was the one thing I dove into the most. We did a lot of times where we did 10-gallon batches, and then we would just do 5 gallons each. Split 5 gallons with different yeast. See, those need to come back over the Hulk Hogan thing.
That's pretty intense.
That is pretty intense. Oh, the chops.
When you can't grow it on top of your head, you can only grow it on the side on your face. You got options. You do all kinds of options.
Oh man,
impressive. 3 to 4 recipes by next Monday.
3 to 4 recipes.
I'm in.
That we want to refine and yeah. Let's say by Monday, since we're gonna have a guest,
so we can review them and we have them in front of us. You want to do it that way? Because I can.
Yes.
Most of mine are on paper. I can just go ahead and send it to you.
No. I agree. Let's do this formally. Let's all prepare this and then we'll present it. Each one.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'll give us some time to go through.
Yeah.
I got PowerPoint.
What's PowerPoint?
What's power?
What?
Polly, I love
Yeah,
you.
no. Oh God.
You gotta keep in mind, I didn't know jack about technology until last couple months. So, like the ongoing
You're
joke with all of us, the JBG stuff. Like I'm the one like helping people figure out the Zoom page, and I remember Don was like, I never ever thought I would see the time that Paul's giving tech advice on how to sign into a Zoom.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh man. But yeah, no, I think that's
in the world, though, off the top of my head.
No, that's a great idea, George. I think that'll make for a great discussion.
yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
All right. So that's
Right.
pretty much all I had
Yeah.
tonight.
Want to close this out?
Craft Beer Week.
We'll be
I
back
think we
on.
should close it out.
Be back on Thursday. You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for joining us. We can be found on the website at www.aniceplacetobrew.com. George and I's podcast is A Nice Place to Brew on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and all the major podcast platforms. We do our webcast here every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're on social media under A Nice Place to Brew or Nice Place to Brew. We will be back on Thursday with Blue Island Beer Company, and we will learn more about Paulie's homebrewing past because the person who will be on has a lot to say about that. So until that time, we raise a glass. We say it takes a lot of good beer to make great beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's really good.
You missed the cheers.
So actually, Jason,
I did. Cheers.
Cheers.
We say
are we
I
off?
hate my internet
No.
tonight. Cheers.
Yes, cheers. And the broadcast.
All right.